Hello, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, what time it is. So this is the first of the little 10-minute sessions here for opening up the back, the hips, all that good stuff. So we're going to start today in a tabletop position, kind of a cross between child's pose and a tabletop. So your knees are going to be out to the outside edge of the mat. Your toes are in together here, but your hands are underneath your shoulders. We're going to start just like with a little flow to just kind of get ourselves warmed up here. So we're going to start by shifting our weight as far forward as you can, pushing your hips as far forward as you can, and then bring the seat back and down and the head down. Coming back up, we're going to lift up, bringing the weight forward, the shoulders forward, the hips forward, and then using your hands, push your seat back. Maybe don't come all the way down this time. Come forward again here, and then back down. And then this time we're going to come into a full child's pose. So bring the forehead down to the mat. Arms are going to come out longer here. And a couple breath rounds. Press into the floor with your palms here and try to push your seat back any amount more that's available to you. Even if it doesn't really move that much, just kind of making that effort here. Nice work. Let's come back up to kind of a half tabletop is what we'll call it. So our hands are going to come back here. Our normal tabletop would be, hands out here. You can keep your knees outside wide. Walk your hands back so that they're just like a little bit in front of your seat here. And then bring your seat down so that you're kind of locked in the upper back. We're going to do some pelvic movements here. So we're going to tuck the tailbone, and then we're going to extend the tailbone. So tucking the tailbone draws it down to the floor and in towards, and then so you're sucking your tummy in. And then we're going to extend the tailbone, which pops the tummy out and lifts the back of the hips up. Go ahead and tuck it down. We're going to do this 5 times, and then lift it up. Keep the hands strong on the floor. These are kind of micro movements, so, depending on how flexible you are, it could be a micro movement, it could be a little bit more accentuated as well. Nice work. We got one more here, using the breath, breathing in to tuck, breathing out to extend. All right. So let's make our way to a full tabletop now. So this time we're going to bring the knees underneath the hips here, hands underneath the shoulders. And what we're going to do is just isolate some movements of our shoulder blades here in the upper back. So we're going to lock in the lower back, try to keep that as still as we possibly can here. And then spread the fingertips out wide, have the whole palm down on the floor. And then we're going to drop our torso and chest down towards the floor, keeping the arms straight, and then push the floor away, rounding the spine. Maybe you tuck the chin a little bit here, but keep that low back nice and strong and straight. And then drop the chest down, and then lift it up, pressing the floor away, tucking the chin. Drop that chest down. Push it away, and then drop it down, and this time we're going to kind of hold in this down position, and maybe move side to side a little bit here, and then push it away, tucking that chin in. Same thing, maybe move a little bit side to side. Nice work. Go ahead and come back to sitting on your heels or anything, whatever's comfortable here. You're just going to shake out the wrists a little bit. Maybe take the tops of the hands on top of the thighs here, pressing down. Whew. Maybe roll them out a little bit. And then make your way back to a tabletop all fours. We're going to take that right foot and lift it off the ground, that knee, and sort of walk it between our hands here. Coming into the beginning of an Anjaneyasana sort of movement here. Keep the hands planted though, and we're just going to do some back and forth movements, kind of like we did right at the beginning of class here. So we're going to shift forward, shift all our weight forward as far as you can, really extending through that left hip flexor. And then bring the seat back and start to straighten the right leg, drawing the toes back towards the shin. Try to keep the hips as parallel with the front of the mat as you can here. Don't let the hips kind of dive off to the side there. You don't have to come to a full straight leg here. You can have the knee bent. Just try to come to that end range that's comfortable for you. We're going to go back and forth into this, so come forward here, really press in deep into that right knee, and then bring it back. Seat goes over the left knee. Bend deep into the right knee, bringing your weight forward. And then this time we're going to hold back as we straighten that right leg, right toes, draw back towards the right shin. Nice work. Holding it here for 3, 2, 1. And now come forward again one last time. Bending deep into that right leg. Holding it here. Take a nice big breath in. And as you breathe out, maybe you come a little bit further in. If you want, you can start to bring that left knee off the ground, the left foot off the ground. But you don't have to. You can keep it down if you want. All right. Let's come back to a neutral spine here, and then bring that right knee back down behind you. Bring the left leg in between the hands here, framing that front foot with the hands here. And then inhale to shift the weight forward, coming deep into that left knee. Exhale, bring the weight back. Start to straighten that left leg. Maybe your hands come back a little bit here. Left toes draw back. Inhale deep into that left knee. Oh, really feel that stretch on that right hip flexor. And then bring it back. Left toes towards the left shin. One last time with this flow here. So come deep into that left knee. And then back. Half splits, left leg long. You can walk it out a little bit if you want to, if your legs are a little bit longer than your torso here. And then draw those left toes back. Again, your left leg doesn't have to be straight here. Just come as straight as you can before you get to that end point. If you come to that end point, you have a little pain, come out of it a bit and just hit that point right before the pain and stop there. Bend deep into that left knee. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. And then release, bringing the left knee back into the hips. And then we're going to sweep around, coming to a seat, and then all the way down to our backs here. So keep the knees bent and the soles of the feet on the ground. And slowly come down. And slowly let the head settle down to the mat. Let's bring our elbows right next to our rib cage here, with our elbows bent at a 90-degree angle, fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling. The feet should be about hips width distance apart. And then, draw them in as close to your glutes as comfortable here. Take an inhale, we're coming to bridge pose, lifting that seat up towards the sky. Taking the entire inhale to lift up. And then take the entire exhale to bring the seat down. Inhale to lift the seat up. Exhale, bring the seat down. Inhale, lift the seat up. Taking that entire inhale to lift it up. And this time we're going to hold it for 3, 2, 1, and then slowly let it down. Pull both knees into your chest here. And then let the legs go off to the right as your arms come out to a cactus shape or to a T next to you. Come back up to center. Let the legs go off to the right. A little twist here to end our little session today. Gaze me up at the ceiling or off over the left arm. Come back up to center. Let the legs down, let the legs long, arms by your side, and just rest for a few breath rounds. Feel free to stay in this position as long as you want. Maybe you do any of those other movements we just did a little bit longer. That is your daily dose. That's what I call these 10-minute daily doses. Well, it was 11.